Now, I've always been curious what the three branches of the government and separation of powers are. Do you think we could find a video somewhere online?
I feel like if you looked it online, you could probably.
Oh, this video looks good. Let's watch this really quick.
Alright, let's watch.
So, you need help with the three branches of government and the separation of powers? I got you. To get us started, the United States is divided into three separate branches: the legislative branch, the executive branch, and the judicial branch. The main reason for this is to make sure that one branch doesn't gain too much power over the other two branches of government. So instead of putting all the power into one branch, it evenly divides them into three branches. The legislative branch is the branch that makes the laws. This branch is called Congress, and it has two parts: the House of Representatives and the Senate. The House is based on population, so states with more people get more representatives. The Senate instead keeps things equal, with there being two senators in each state. Congress writes bills, debates them, and votes on whether they should become laws. They also control the budget, can declare war, and have the power to approve or reject people the president wants to appoint. Let's switch our topic now. What do you say we talk about the executive branch? The executive branch is in charge of carrying out and enforcing the laws. The president is the leader of this branch, along with the vice president, the cabinet, and many government agencies. The president can sign bills into law or veto them, leads the military, and represents the U.S. when dealing with other countries. Executive agencies help make sure laws are actually followed, like handling education, healthcare, or national security. On to our last bit of government. Let's talk about the judicial branch. The judicial branch focuses on interpreting the law. This branch includes the Supreme Court and other federal courts. Judges hear cases and decide how laws should be applied. One of their biggest powers is judicial review, which lets courts decide whether a law goes against the Constitution. If it does, they can strike it down. This helps protect people's rights and keeps laws constitutional. I almost forgot. We have to cover the separation of powers and cover exactly what checks and balances are. All three branches are kept in balance through something called separation of powers. This means each branch has its own role and doesn't completely control the government. Along with that is a system called checks and balances, which allows each branch to limit the power of the others. For example, Congress can pass a law, but the president can veto it. If that happens, Congress can override the veto with enough votes. The president can appoint judges, but the Senate has to approve them. The Supreme Court can declare laws unconstitutional, but Congress can respond by changing the law or even proposing a constitutional amendment. To make sure you were actually listening to what I said, I have 3 multiple choice questions for you. Let's get started. Question number 1. What is the main reason the US government is divided into 3 branches? A. To make laws faster. B. To give the president more power. C. To prevent one person or group from having too much power. Or D. To allow states to control the government. Congrats to those who picked C, because C is the correct answer. Question number 2. Which responsibility belongs to the legislative branch? A. Enforcing laws. B. Interpreting the Constitution. C. Leading the military. Or D. Making and voting on laws. D is the correct answer, so give yourself a pat on the back if you chose D. Finally, question number 3. How does the system of checks and balances work in the federal government? Is it A. Each branch works independently with no limits. B. One branch has more power than the others. C. Each branch can limit the powers of the other branches. Or D. The Supreme Court controls all branches. I hope you chose C for that one, because C is going to be the correct answer. This marks the end of the multiple choice questions. Take a look at your score and see how well you did. Overall, the 3 branches of government work together while also keeping each other in check. This system helps prevent the abuse of power and keeps the government accountable to the people of the United States. I hope I was able to teach you guys a lot about the three branches of government, the separation of powers, and checks and balances. Thank you guys so much for watching this video, and I hope to see you again later.